guys, how are you guys? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I just wanted to do this video, and I chose again to do it live just because I'm trying to get used to live videos because it's definitely a bit of a fear of mine for sure. But I wanted to touch base a little bit about the whole mindset thing, and wanted to clear up any confusion that in the group on why I concentrate so much on the mindset part, that it's not just about accountability for me to see if you've worked out, if you've done your nutrition, but why I try to focus on the mindset part and why I'm actually probably going to start focusing a little bit more on it. So until I started this coaching journey, I didn't realize how incredible control you have over your mindset. You really are your thoughts. And when it comes to what we're trying to do is become better people by becoming stronger and fitter, it again comes down to it will never get easier, it will never get easy, but it does get easier, and the reason it gets easier is because you work on upstairs. So when you work on upstairs and you tell yourself that you can as opposed to you can't, that you are going to press play as opposed to you're too tired, that really makes the difference of whether you're going to do or not do something. When you tell yourself you are going to do it, then you will. If you have any doubt in your mind at all that you're not going to press play one day, even from the minute that you wake up, you probably won't, right? So basically you need to just flip that. And I say you're in 100% charge of yourself in your brain, and it's the exact same thing why two different people will look at one scenario completely different. One will look at it as half full, and then the other person will judge whatever is going on as half empty. And the whole reason is the situation's the exact same, but the one person has a different mindset than from the other. And I know which mindset I would rather have, and it's something that it is workable and it's trainable, and it's something that you need to work on it every day, all the time. But it's not the type of work that's exhausting. I find it actually opposite. I'm becoming a little bit of a personal development junkie. I find it something that actually gives me strength, and it makes me want to learn more. It actually lets me have more control over myself on the decisions that I made. And say with, I was open about my mom's illness and stuff, and I did a lot of blaming and, a little bit of the feel sorry for me kind of thing. And even though I wasn't very vocal about it with other people, I had all these inner thoughts, in myself. And but now I look at everything so different. And one of the main things that I have learned is to not let other people affect how I feel, because once you do, so in a negative way, because once you do, then you're basically giving the person your power. And once you give your power away, you might as well crawl up in fetal position and stay there for the rest of your life, because you're really not living. The only way you're truly living is to hold on to that power, which means you basically are living 100% on your terms and trying your best not to be affected, which, it's very, very, I don't know if anybody's mastered this. I say everyone's a progress in work constantly, but it's trying to live within your world in your head as opposed to being affected so much by the outside world. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because our whole lives we've been taking all these opinions and everything informed ourselves, which we think is ourselves, from opinions and from how we were raised and so many things throughout our life that I feel like basically when you start working on them, you need to strip yourself and you need to really be authentically you and who you really are, by zero judgments made from other people and told who you were going to be, and so forth. Because if you strip all that away inside, even though that fear and everything else is there and it wants to be there so badly, when it comes down to it, our brain wants to succeed and wants to live happy. And that's why when we don't do things that are right for us, that's why we're not happy, right? So that's why when we are not fit and we're not healthy, we're not happy. Because, me and Keith were talking this just the other night, that years ago, if you weren't fit, you were basically getting hunted by the wolves. That you couldn't survive your day. You had to churn butter. You had to make 18,000 nails in one day. Um, Life, we're meant to move, we're meant to produce, we're meant to move forward. And as much as I love the changes the world has made, a lot of it has come with, the double-edged sword, and people sitting down too much, and self-doubt, and so many more things that are holding so many people back and making things that should be easy, like your health and nutrition, so difficult. And like for example, nutrition shouldn't be difficult. We are wired in our brain, in our core, we are wired to eat the way we're supposed to eat, okay, in order to keep us healthy and strong, okay, eat and, or, get away from our enemies, blah, blah, whatever it is. And it's all to do with marketing and control that has completely changed this. And nutrition, the way it is controlled from, I'll get really serious, like, it'll, weight problems, it could end somebody's life. There's so many things, and so many people battle with it every day for the rest of their lives, even dieting, they'll go from starving themselves to eating too much to spending money on cleanses, on juices, on this. And in the end of the day, if it's not something you're choosing for you that's going to be sustainable and something that you can do for the rest of your life, you're wasting your money, but B, you're going to set yourself up for failure because it's something you can't sustain, right? So I know there's a lot of argument over fasting, and maybe it is good to do like a 2-3 day fast. I'm not sure, but again, why deprive yourself of food, which we need to stay alive? Why go through a few days of depriving yourself, and then literally 2 days after that you're going to gorge, and you're going to be exactly where you were before you did the fast? So you've done 3 days of fasting that were miserable, that you weren't enjoying, and then afterwards you have set back to the person you were before you fasted, or even more so, you've gained some weight because you need to feed. You've deprived yourself, so you need to replace that deprivation with something else. When nutrition should be simple, right? Like the containers that come with 21 Fix and Hammer and Chisel and the 22 Hard Corps, the reason that they work is because it's only for, you don't even have to do it for the duration of your program. It shows you portion sizes, because our brains, again, have been so brainwashed on the portion sizes that we're supposed to have, because, restaurants have, placed food in front of us, our parents place food in front of us. We've never really fully been in charge of what we eat and how much we eat. So we need to reverse that, right? Because our body naturally tells us we get full, but we keep eating when we are full, okay? So evolution and the way we're made is we're not supposed to be like that. So the portion, or the containers, basically take us back to portion sizes and stuff like that. But once you get that, you don't ever really need to use your containers ever again. Because also too, that book that I was reading, The Easy Way to Lose Weight, it's not a diet book at all. It's basically, the bottom line is, if you eat healthy in the way that you're supposed to eat, you should be able to eat as much as you want, okay? Because you're going to use your mind as your guide. And I'm slowly actually getting to that point for the first time ever. Like I've done a bunch of stuff. I'm that person, but once you switch that mind shift, saying it's all up here, none of it's going to click, okay? Or none of it's going to click for a long period of time. And when you don't eat healthy or be healthy for a long period of time, if you do short spurts, fasting and starving yourself, and not eating enough, and it's hard on your body, and it creates stress. And when you create stress, you create cortisol, which is tummy fat. So a lot of times you're just kind of on a hamster wheel, but you're never really getting anywhere. So again, a lot of it is the mindset, and the mind is so powerful, and it really is easy, because it really just comes down to what you tell your mind, right? So when you have that negative thought, you just immediately ignore it, and you replace it with a positive thought. So when you say to yourself, I'm so tired, I'm not going to work out today, you push that out of your head, and you say, no, I'm going to work out today, and you go and do it. That's when it comes down to the forcing yourself. But I say it's a little bit more deeper. You're doing your best to have 100% control of your mind, of totally ignoring what society's told you, like all your self-doubt and everything. That's not from you. Okay? And it's not intentional that society has given this to you. It's just the way that it works, because we manifest, and we also think of things the way that they're not, right? So even if our parents, raising us a certain way and we thought certain things, that's not their intention. Like parents don't intend to mentally harm their kids or whatever. It's all how we took it from when we were younger, or say even if it's nowadays. But now I know that you literally have the control, and you need to keep your power. So if again, then that comes down to, like, if somebody is not being supportive of your health change, and say a lot of people don't like it when somebody does become stronger and healthier, because it does start making them question their health and stuff. And a lot of people are so comfortable in deprivation and misery, it kind of, they don't like that feeling, like, oh, you know what, because in their head they know, I should be doing this too, I should be looking after myself. So a lot of people, when they do, close people, unfortunately, they don't like to see other people get healthy or fit or become a better person, because it all of a sudden sparks something that maybe they should be doing as well, and maybe they're not ready for it. So when you did have something, a person or something, or yourself, thoughts in your head, and see, even with yourself, with your negative thoughts, don't give away your power. Okay, because the only way that you are going to get upset or down on yourself is because you've let somebody do that. And why? Because you had the choice not to, right? So, bit of a long video and a little bit kind of all over the place, but basically I wanted to just say how, that's why I spend so much time on mindset, and probably, hopefully, even a little bit more, because I truly believe, like, I could have just sold you a video and a bag of shake and said, you know what, posted my video once a day and was like, if I can do it, you can do it, I'm done. But I believe in so much that if you don't do it up here, the rest of it's not going to work, right? It's going to be, you're going to do your 21-day fix for literally 21 days, if you do that, and you're going to move on, and you're going to put it in a box and never do it again. You've got to change it up here in order for anything else to work. And again, that comes with nutrition, which I'm passionate so much about the nutrition side, because nutrition causes so much misery, as well as poor nutrition also causes, on top of the misery, the mental things, depression, anxiety, but also physical diseases as well. So I think if someone can nip the nutrition in the bud, it becomes so much more enjoyable, and food is not a stress. And I still, I still splurge, I went out for dinner last night, I still do that, but I don't have the need that's what makes me happy, right? Whereas before, we'd have social, because we're very social, and the first thing I would do was think about my dips, and let's get the worst food we can ever have, and let's just make it a huge, fun, let's do everything that I don't want to do, like, or that I know it's not healthy, because that's what's fun, because it's bad. And that's so not true. It's so not true. So again, we're all going to work on flipping our mindset, because I'm not fully there, but still have a long way to go. But the closer that I'm moving in that direction, it's actually becoming so much easier. And I hope you guys believe that, because I'm really saying it from my heart, and I really am saying it from my heart, because I really want you to succeed in your goal. And again, this is something, we've set goals for the end of our program, but there is no real true destination. We're a work in progress forever. So I hope, if anything, if this helps, and for you to just hold on to that power and don't give it away, and do the best that you can do.